back to the 3-Hour News Show. Now, this is a special segment, and I've got Ranga here with me today because we are going to celebrate and talk about the bilateral ties between Australia and Indonesia that was established on December 27th, 1949. 75 years together. And this year, both countries are, of course, commemorating the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations. Additionally, including a series of events that will take place throughout this year, which highlights Indonesian and Australian commitment to boosting strategic cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, of course.
Yes, and the Taste of Australia event, which was organized by the Australian Embassy in Indonesia, concludes on the 25th of June. Just recently. Now the event features last year's MasterChef Australia winner Brent Draper, who will join us today alongside the Australian Ambassador, Her Excellency to Indonesia, Penny Williams. Good afternoon to you both, Her Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Brent, welcome to the studio. Thanks for coming in, and then I think we're going to have a lot of good chat here. And also, you got something special going on for us.
So we're going to cook with Chef Brent later and with Her Excellency as well. But first, we want to talk about this commemoration of 75 years of diplomatic relations between Australia and Indonesia. And we heard that this year there's going to be a lot of programs to celebrate this occasion. Excellency, if you could start, enlightening us, what sort of programs have you planned to celebrate this anniversary of friendship?
So 75 years of diplomatic relations sounds very sort of formal and about governments. But actually, when we thought about it, the story that we have to tell is a story about the relationship between people that stretches right, back to the beginning of 75 years, but even earlier than that. So we decided that we were going to celebrate people. We were going to celebrate the relationship between people and creativity. So we started off by having a joint mural at Taman Ismail Marzuki, painted by an Australian muralist and an Indonesian muralist, and we've continued on from there. So we've just finished our film festival, showing Australian films and a film by Australia alumni in 10 cities across Indonesia. We've been opening Aussie Banget corners. We've been opening Aussie Banget corners in universities where we can showcase Australian literature and Australian books. We were so lucky to have the visit by His Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia. We had a gala dinner where we celebrated the 75 years with our alumni, our very special alumni who really, I suppose, personify the the friendship that goes back. But Taste of Australia is a great celebration as well because we like to eat. People in Indonesia like to eat. And so it was clear, so we're trying to make it fun. So the film festival is fun, the mural painting is fun, engaging our alumni is fun, but cooking and eating is really a lot of fun. So we couldn't celebrate a birthday, we couldn't celebrate an anniversary without doing something that celebrates cooking and eating and sharing a meal together. So we're really lucky to be really privileged to have the winner of last year's MasterChef Australia to come and
Brent Draper with us in the studio.
Spend a week, not just in Jakarta but also in Surabaya. So and it's been really important for us to make this celebration across Indonesia. Last week or the week before I was in Padang. The team has been going across. We had our film festival, as I said, in 10 cities in Matra, from Mataram, in Manado, like Padang. So it's a whole of Indonesia. Brent's had the opportunity to go to Surabaya as well. It's something fun to celebrate friendship and a birthday together.
Yes, so you've been around.
So
so the Taste of Australia, you came here for that. Can you tell us a little bit more on what you've been and what you've been doing since you arrived?
So we landed in Jakarta and then we quickly flew off to Surabaya, and honestly, since the minute I've landed, I have, it's just been amazing. Like the people have been amazing to me, like just welcomed me in. And the food has been just like, it has blown my mind, honestly. Like I've come to Indonesia a fair bit, but sort of only the Bali side. I've never really, adventured over to Java, and I tell you what, I'll definitely be back, but this time I'll be back on a holiday. Because, we'll be doing a lot more, adventuring. But I've been to universities, teaching some of the students just some, some cooking and ways of Australian culinary, and just just having chats and hearing their stories, and and they're getting to ask questions, and they're absolutely having a ball doing it. And then we went and did the barbecue festival, and everyone got a taste of Australian food. There was sausages, which we call snags, and pavlova, and it was a great festival, and a lot of people had a great time. So I have been busy, but I have been having an absolute ball.
Good to hear.
Well, I heard, Excellency, you love chendol. We have some chendols here.
Right.
Have you tried chendol? What, Brent, what are the foods that you have tried since you've arrived here in Indonesia? Let's have some.
I've had what is something that's very similar to that, but it's got like balls of like pumpkin or sweet potato.
Chandil.
Yeah,
it's orange, right?
Yeah,
orange.
it's orange.
Yeah.
I had that, and these I just forget the names because I had this cook at this university, and the chef, she was just amazing chef, Indra, and she brought in this banquet. We couldn't actually get to the markets that she wanted to take me to.
Yeah.
Just time schedule, so she brought the markets to me.
No way.
Wow.
And I was just,
Options.
they're like, eat this, eat this, eat this. I'm like, what's this called? And I'm like, just eating things. And oh my God, it was honestly one of the most special moments of my life because, you could see the passion, and a few of the dishes they actually cooked themselves and brought in.
Right.
Yep.
And, you could just tell because it was just, there was love put into the food, and there was
definitely.
a bit of pride. You could feel the pride that they've actually put into their food for Australians to taste. And so names I'm all over the shop with, but this looks like right up my alley. Pandan and coconut are two of my favourite things. So.
Wow.
Of course.
Well, you know what? Let's make sure that you come home familiar with names of a few Indonesian
Here we
snacks.
go.
I'm worried, is it
Yes.
straw or is
Excellency,
it
please
spoon?
have some. This is actually a spoon. So this is dessert soup, what we call chendol. And you're right. This is, it's the green thing is pandan with rice flour, and then it's coconut milk, and the sweetener would be coconut sugar, or gula aren, what we call it.
Palm sugar?
Palm sugar.
Yeah.
Palm sugar.
Yeah, palm
Right.
sugar, not brown sugar. It's different. So
Right.
please have some, Excellency.
Let's see.
Some dessert before
desserts
big
here,
meal.
right?
Yeah.
We,
That doesn't look like a dessert.
That's a chili. So we Indonesians love the savory and sweet snacks, right?
Right.
So let's
wanna
take
try-
this here.
I'm going to try the chendol. Is that okay?
Yes,
I wanna
yes,
try this
please.
too.
Let's
Try the chendol.
Let's
Is there a-
chendol.
is
This is the biggest
I'm
chendol
gonna
I've ever
hold
I'm gonna
it.
go after
Is there a
chendol.
way to eat it, or we just?
You just
No,
eat it
you
like...
just eat it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
this looks just.
Mix it a little because see on the bottom.
See the
right?
sugars at the
Right,
bottom.
you got
Yeah.
something on the bottom there.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
have to mix it a little bit.
Delicious.
That's right.
All right, here we go.
Sometimes
It's
you
so
get
good.
very sweet.
You
Sometimes
see,
it's
but
just
once you
perfect.
start, you can't stop. So, like for me, I love chendol, but I
Oh,
try
yeah.
not to eat it because once
yeah,
you
yeah.
start, like it's...
It's a textural
Yeah.
bliss.
It is.
So
It
good.
is fun,
It's-
right?
It's fun and it's like refreshing. I love
Refreshing. That's the best word.
this. I'll just drink it like this.
Yeah. So while you're enjoying it, we want to also make sure that you know some snack names. Like, I don't know every single one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I help as much as I can.
So I know that in Australia, people are starting to look at gluten-free options, and Indonesians
Yeah.
have a galore selection of gluten-free snacks. Now, these are the gluten-free ones are called kue mangkok. So it's
yeah.
like bowl cake.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to take
Yep.
one or try. Excellency, you want one as well? So
Is that one-
The pink one,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep, the pink one.
The pink ones. They come in different colors. But these are basically made out of rice flour, so that's why
yeah.
I say these are gluten-free.
First time for you, Excellency? No?
I think I've had variations on it that
Right,
has like
yeah,
that
there's many variations.
spongy,
Yes.
But they're a little bit more, how do you say, with
Like
rice flour, they
moister.
usually a little moisture.
Yeah.
So this
You
is
could
the,
dip this in this.
yeah,
And there you go.
There you go.
there you
look
go,
at that.
creative.
You gotta get
Um,
So good.
very, very creative.
So if you are into gluten, then you'd have the bolu kukus. So this
Oh.
is basically steamed cake.
Cake,
Oh, yep.
steam.
Yeah, so this is the steamed cake.
Is that different flavors, or the traditional flavors, or just whatever?
Just,
They can come in pandan flavors, they can come in chocolate.
Yeah.
This is just vanilla and chocolate.
yeah,
That's
that one's,
original
yeah,
and
this is
chocolate.
pretty, this one's pretty standard. Yeah.
And this one is also really fun. This is made out of potato flour. Potato and a little bit
What?
of
I
flour.
have no idea.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I forgot the name. See? And then you have the lemper. This is
Yeah.
savory snacks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And what about the gorengan?
And the
The
gorengan.
one that
the
that
gorengan.
you pointed out with this.
Deep fry.
Deep fry. You gotta eat that,
Yeah.
a little bit of
Yeah.
that.
So this is basically a spring roll.
Uh-huh.
So I know that
Good.
you've seen a lot of.
You think it's
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Whichever your
Yeah.
choice. You want to choose one.
so this?
You get one on your right hand and
Yes.
then the thing on the
The-
left.
the
You
chili.
bite and bite.
Yeah.
You're
Sorry,
brave.
bang,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You go for the
just a
chili
little
now.
bit. Just a little bit.
How is it?
Hasn't hit me yet.
If it hasn't, then you can have more.
Then you can have more of that. If
It's
you
good.
Exactly. That's gonna give you a little bit, of a kick when you're eating
Actually,
the
like
the
it.
fried
To
snack.
be honest, my chili acceptance level is very high.
Oh, really?
So he can have like two or three
for an
in one
Australian,
bite.
it is.
Right.
But it's still nothing to an
Yeah.
Indonesian.
Wow. So there you go. So this is basically dessert that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and after this, we're going to cook with Chef Brent.
Yes,
and
we're gonna come
he'll
back
be
with
here in the studio, right?
steak.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna have something really, really delicious. coming
Yes.
forward.
You and I are meat people, right?
Oh, big time.
Oh yeah. So we're definitely looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. Get ready to get some tips from Chef Brent Draper as well, and cooking steak sandwich. Keep
there
it tight
you
to it with us on the 3 Hour News Show on NC.